January. A month when your future plans will be at the center of your concerns. You won't be able to take things for granted at the beginning of the year, when power struggles will be on the increase. Watch out around the 15th, and there will be potential frustration, especially in your love life, on the 30th, where those born under the first decan will have to deal with Venus in a sulk and the past tugging at their sleeves. You can expect some nice surprises, however, on the 13th and 14th, when you will be able to rely on your faithful supporters and relations to open up the future. Advice for this month. During this rather mixed start to the year, focus on your friendships to unwind and maybe get some valuable and sound advice. February. You will begin the month borne aloft by your dreams, or fantasies, and won't hesitate to share your enlightened, bold ideas with your friends and those close to you. They will be impressed, on the 2nd, but will also encourage you to moderate your impact, so you don't risk compromising your amazing projects by overreaching your powers or imagination. You will want love with the hope of being loved on the 8th and 22nd, when love could come into your everyday life and boost your enthusiasm for living. This will be less the case on the 23rd, when you will basically come back down to earth. Advice for this month. A month where you will be relatively sheltered from the fray and tempted to give full rein to your dreams. And why not, as long as you aim for the right place, but not too high, please. March. A month of all kinds or possibilities, in spite of the sun hiding in the shadow of your sign up until 20th March. You can expect excellent, surprising and magical things around the 1st and 3rd, when the heavens will open doors on all levels, emotionally and creatively. Things will suddenly turn stormy around the 17th, when you will pass through a period of turbulence, without a real safety net, and find it difficult to dodge the flak. This will be the final exact square aspect between Uranus and Pluto. It will give you an opportunity to eliminate the past by turning the page completely on what was tugging you backwards. Advice for this month. To tackle this month of turbulence, you will need to make use of the best things on offer and take the opportunity to seize your chance in order to get the worst into perspective and skillfully pull things off in a risky game. April. The sun is going to give your sign a boost and revitalize your energy up until 20th April. This will give you a chance to take action and in some cases exploit your potential and, why not, show off your talents and obtain the advantage. However, if you want to achieve your aims in April, try not to ask for too much, or your demands could be refused out of hand, on the 18th. Better to highlight your determination to act for the common interest, rather than simply pushing your own case. From the 20th, communication will improve and you will use this to your advantage to make an impression and score points. Advice for this month. Given that you could be trying too hard, make sure you moderate your appetites, or at least a little, in April, so that you can win the day, but don't push it. May. The sun will whet your gargantuan appetites and you definitely won't be content with very little. Be careful not to say the wrong thing, on the 15th. Or this could cost you dearly. The end of the month looks set to be tense, because you won't be prepared to make concessions. And nor will others. Try, however, to negotiate, whether in your love life or business affairs, by making sure you don't pull the wool over the eyes of others. Unless it's you on the receiving end, on the 25th or 31st. Advice for this month. You will definitely be pushing things too far and will probably be stopped in your tracks in your enthusiasm, if you don't agree to tone things down a notch. The end of the month should be tackled with wariness of everything and everybody, starting with yourself. June. A month which will get off to a flying start and bear you aloft around love and success, with your enthusiasm which will be a pleasure to see and experience. On the 5th, you will demonstrate your great creativity and your amazing powers of attraction could earn you some wonderful encounters or a smoldering rekindling of the flame. Anything will be possible around the 25th. including the best of all things. In business matters and your love life, you will demonstrate your originality, which will win others over, but you could also be surprised at the offers you are made. Advice for this month. A golden month to make the most of by being ready to seize your opportunity with wonderful chances for love, without needing to be asked. July. In demand from your family? Unless you are caught up more than usual in your home life to cope with the demands of keeping things running smoothly, there won't be a cloud in the sky the first half of the month. Love and your children will fill you with joy and you will be able to cope with anything. The second half will be more stormy, especially for those born in the third decan, who will have to deal, around the 14th, with mounting frustration. At the end of the month, it will be completely in your interests to put some distance between you and those close to you, who will pile up the pressure and set your nerves on edge. Advice for this month. Venus, who will have been taking care of you since the beginning of June, is now causing you problems. Make the best of a bad situation and tone things down, rather than adding fuel to the fire. August. Sparks flying in your love life, or score settling with your bank manager, creditors or colleagues. Luck clearly won't be on your side at the beginning of the month, on the 3rd and 4th. Unless it's you that quite simply has a problem restraining your desires or complying with the boundaries you are set. This won't be the time for strutting around, but more for accepting your responsibilities and doing all you can to save face, your relationship or your bank account. The situation will sort itself out from the 13th, when you will double your efforts to have your talents recognized. You will have wonderful ideas of how to get your ideas or bold suggestions across. Be careful, however, on the 21st, when you won't be immune from a setback in your love life or business affairs. Advice for the month. A month which will get off to a bad start, but will also encourage you to roll up your sleeves and show your imagination by turning things round to your own advantage. Don't wait to be asked, but follow the lessons of Jupiter, who will be asking you from the 18th to put in great efforts. September. You'll have your work cut out until 23rd September, but at the same time, you'll want to play to the gallery. You will be visibly inspired and absolutely determined to make an impression on hearts and minds on the 8th and 23rd, but you would be well advised to avoid putting up smoke screens, especially at work, where not everyone will be your friend. A hidden adversary will be lying in wait and could well try to throw a spanner in the works around the 17th, when you will need to show caution and avoid pushing things too far. It would be best not to get carried away with your ideas, but you should also be alert to the traps which could be laid before you. Watch out too at the end of the month for rivals who will be keen to bar your route ahead. Advice for this month. A month when you will need to be dynamic and proactive yet cautious, but make sure you keep your feet firmly on the ground and look around you to unmask the person trying to overtake you, or at least to undermine you. October. Let your other half get a word in, at least until the 23rd, when the sun will invite you to connect, share and engage in dialogue, recommending you not to go it alone. From the 9th, dialogue, which in some cases will have started at the end of August, will re-engage after a period of prevarication, confusion and hesitation. This could lead to fruitful agreements and promising contracts around the 11th, giving a great boost to your career. Advice for the month. A month when you will regain confidence in your potential, in life, in a future which you are starting to glimpse, and the openings which are developing and contributing to the broadening of your horizons. November. A month off to a great flying start. The sun will certainly push you into taking risks and trying your luck, but will also support your efforts, notably by guaranteeing you the support of those above you or a legal victory. You will be inclined to question your way of operating, change everything and adapt in order to make progress. Be careful, however, not to stir up the jealousy of those giving you sideways glances and may be afraid of your advancement. In spite of your courage and goodwill, You will have difficulty in being able to cope with potential disappointment, which will push you into throwing in the towel at the end of the month. Not everyone will share your vision of the world, and your ideals won't go down well with everyone. Advice for this month. In order to avoid falling from a great height this month, watch your back before the 13th, when your interests will be protected and even defended, sometimes by those holding the reins. December. Finding it hard to recover from disillusionment at the end of November? Don't try to cross swords with those who could otherwise floor you. On the 6th, you should focus on time rather than confrontation to reinforce your position and consolidate your progress. Be careful on the 19th and 21st that you get your message across smoothly, especially at work, where they would take a dim view of your show of independence or your own particular manner of standing back from others. Opt for a more consensual approach to the areas that need looking into and use your charm to sweeten your exchanges at home and at work, where people won't be indifferent to your powers of attraction. They will still be intact. Advice for this month. To end the year on a high note, try not to provoke others, especially in your exchanges with colleagues, where you could then have to suffer the wrath of your boss. Tone things down a little and make the most of the Christmas break to enjoy a well-earned rest. On the 24th, 25th and 29th,